The pensioners have also come with their call.
Yeah. We're going to be meeting them actually.
Appeal to you as well. Yeah. What do you also make of their concerns? I mean, some of them that might be just be going to have to make a call this year on some of their returns, and they have nowhere to go.
Well, first of all, the issue that we should be clear on, George, is that nobody's principal is at risk. So as you say, if something matures here, that will be paid. The issue that we are having is how do you recalibrate the whole interest rate regime for this country so that government can afford the interest it pays on its liabilities. And that is what we are talking about, you know. But then, as you mentioned, certain people or pensioners have programmed their life around a fixed coupon of maybe 20% or 25%. Can government afford to continue to pay that? That is not possible. So what in between there can you find a medium that works enough for individuals and works enough for us to still maintain the fund program?
Let's come to the concerns, and from every stakeholder that I engage, apart from the banks, you know, which they also had some concerns as well. There appears to be pockets of rejection of this program. Does it raise concerns also about the initial stakeholder engagement as well? Could it have been done better? Or some are saying that with respect to what we are facing right now, it has to do with the engagement before this program fully took off. We are facing these problems because of that.
You know, George, I think, I mean, on hindsight, one can always say things can be done better, you know, and that's just a fact of life. Did we engage enough with individuals that we knew? Yes, we did. Were they in an association or club or whatever? No, they weren't. But you can't live and do policy without engaging individuals, you know. So now we then begin to reshape and mitigate and see how best the balance can be obtained. But I think it should be clear that we all should find a way of supporting it so that we don't get into the type of crisis element or a non-fund program. And how do we manage that is what is going to be the path we take through January 31st. But I'm confident that we have moved a long way with the financial institutions. We'll further engage with the individuals. We'll come to a certain comfortable landing zone.
There are questions about even the structure of this program as well, and some are even pushing for a review as well. And again, it comes back again to my question of the stakeholder engagement as well. We have 2 weeks. Can anything be done for any grouping that is even pushing for a review of the structure? Some are saying that if the Honorable or government can even pay us something little this year and even spread something, we are willing to come on board. There are questions about the structure of this whole program as well. How do you respond to those concerns as well?
No, legitimate concerns, because there will always be a way in which the structure can be changed. As you saw with the banking institutions, further engagement, and we saw certain changes that we made to the exchange program. In the same way, we are also going to be looking at the individual bondholders to see what is sustainable and do certain adjustment that will be helpful. But I think once we all acknowledge that this debt exchange program is important for us to get move from the SLA into a fund board decision, then the question becomes, how do we quote unquote burden share in the process? And how do we also acknowledge the idiosyncratic livelihoods of people versus the balance of the fund program? And so that's what we will seek to do before the end of the program, and for at least 80% of us to join it. And I'm confident that we'll be able to harness that.